Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today I'm going to let you know that what started as a joke is now real. A few weeks back, I was joking around and I said that the guys at my hunt club wanted an official sponsor of the Digital Asset Investor Hunting and Fishing Club. We now have one. ProCoin News stepped up to the plate and said that they would like to be the official sponsor of the Digital Asset Investor Hunting and Fishing Club, and so it is. So I am literally, as we speak, having ProCoinNews.com stickers and ProCoinNews.com camouflage hats for all the members of my hunt club. And from this day forth, we will show you clips from my hunting and fishing club, and we will tell you that such and such is you might see me fishing, or we might be fishing out there or in a deer stand or whatever, and have a ProCoin News sticker just so that you can see that it is sponsored by ProCoin News. But in all seriousness, I didn't just let anybody to do this. What appeals to me about ProCoin, what they're doing here, I love what they're doing, because the just like the traditional financial media, by running this channel, I have learned that most of the crypto media has agendas and narratives, and they're paid for. Okay? And I told these guys, don't you dare run. I am not interested in having ProCoin News as a sponsor if you're not going to tell the truth. I don't want you to be pro XRP. I don't want you to be pro anything. I want you to tell the truth as it is in crypto. And so these guys, I'm going to be showing you this site when I see things on the site that catch my eye. These guys are actually covering Ripple and XRP, and they're covering Ethereum. Just as one example here, you try going to CoinDesk and finding a lot of spotlight on the fact that Ethereum network fees are insane. Everybody knows it's the truth, but you won't see them writing too many articles on it. And why? Because these guys are proof of work Bitcoin Ethereum maxis, always have been. And there are people that own CoinDesk who have agendas and narratives that they want. That's just the fact, Jack. Well, that's part of the reason for this. That's part of the reason I'm excited about this. So, here we go. Let's get going with today's video. Ripple today we're proud to release our vision for a real approach to cryptocurrency regulation, a framework designed to offer an immediate and pragmatic approach to cryptocurrency and digital asset regulation in the United States. We believe the best public policy outcomes can be achieved by public-private collaboration, adapting existing regulatory frameworks, and fostering crypto innovation sandboxes. Then Brad Garlinghouse retweeted it and says this: our proposed policy framework is a three-pronged approach of what can be done now to provide clarity to one of the fastest growing industries in the United States. It's also the result of our direct interactions with regulators and bipartisan policymakers. The crypto industry is stepping up to the plate for public-private collaboration on policy, no question about it. And we will continue to seek to work together on the optimal path forward. Okay? So then we had BitBoy weighed in on his channel about Brad Garlinghouse coming out. The volume might be a little down on this clip because I had to reset my computer settings after it. Hope you can deal with it.
Here's what I think is really interesting about Brad Garlinghouse coming out and saying this. He's saying, government, we have a responsibility to work together. You think that he thinks they're getting the death penalty? The ball's on this man. You know what I mean? To come out and say that, obviously he knows what's happening. He knows what's coming down. He already knows the end result of this case, or he would not be coming out and saying this. What company that's under the proposed death penalty of the SEC, as far as the token goes, the XRP token, comes out and says, government, let's work hand in hand? They already know what is happening there.
Okay, I thought that was an really interesting take right there. Now, Susan Friedman, now, for those of you that don't know, Susan Friedman's head of public policy at Ripple. Opinions are my own. Ripple's public policy framework is out. We focused on pragmatic approach built through our conversations with regulators and policymakers, and with an immediate plan of action through what's been proposed in Congress and current regulatory frameworks. Existing proposals such as the Eliminate Barriers to Innovation Act, Securities Clarity Act, and Digital Commodity Exchange Act provide the right starting point for discussion. All right, so hold on, I'm replying to a text here. Ooh, there are things cooking. I just texted somebody. There are things cooking. Let me write that down. That might be, what's a catchy way to say that? Something, how about something is cooking? Okay. All right. It's actually, I'm telling you the truth. Somebody texted me and I was like, okay, this is about to get interesting. All right. Charles Gasparino scoop via Eleanor Terrett. Senator Toomey will be rolling out some crypto-related legislation within the next month. He's been gathering proposals from industry players with ideas on how to thoughtfully draft legislation on stable coins, exchanges, consumer protection, DeFi, and more. And then James Phelan puts this out. This is from Bloomberg. Ripple Labs, which is locked in a bitter court battle with the SEC, has an unsurprising recommendation for Washington policymakers: limit the regulator's role in policing cryptocurrencies. Now, that's one of those paid services. I don't do paid services, but I wanted to show you this from this Hassan Alanizi guy. He had retweeted the real approach to cryptocurrency regulation that Ripple put out, and he says, a pre-announcement of settlement, question mark? That looks like a thumbnail too, folks. Got to tell you. Okay, Ron Hammond, who used to work for Ripple and now, let me see what his title is, Director of Government Relations at the Blockchain Association. This week in Congress and crypto, it is a very busy week with various legislative efforts coming to light after the infrastructure bill was signed into law. You know what it feels like to me, folks? It feels like there were deals cut on this infrastructure bill by the people in the Biden administration that basically, look, you guys come on board this infrastructure bill, and in return we'll give you your crypto legislation. That's what this has the feel of, but I can't prove that. That's just me thinking out loud because it happened yesterday, as you saw on my new sponsor, ProCoinNews.com. Biden signs infrastructure bill containing crypto broker reporting. All right. So moving forward again. So this guy's like pre-announcement of settlement. All right. Ron Hammond, on Wednesday, the House Homeland Security Committee will be having a hearing on combating ransomware. Department of Homeland Security will be presenting its approach to combating ransomware. Don't know what that has to do with anything. Let's get down to, is there anything on crypto in here? I don't see anything. Anyway, the first part did. Okay, now, want to show you this. A while back, and this, I said, remember this, the dark horse, OFAC, Joseph Cutler, partner at Perkins Coie. Remember this? It started with a week or two ago. Jim Rickards says, crypto groupies who think this is just more bureaucracy don't understand OFAC, IEEPA, or how Treasury uses sanctions. This is a big stick approach to crypto, and the Treasury is preparing to use it. And there was a thread done on this as well by this Crypto Dash, where he's basically talking about OFAC, and he says basically OFAC can tell Gary Gensler and the SEC to kick rocks just by saying so. And then I'd put out a video on OFAC as well, but I found another mention. This is Joseph Cutler of Perkins Coie. Listen to what he says. This is from back in 2018. Listen to what he says about OFAC.
It's kind of worth, I think, ticking through the taxonomy, right? You've got the SEC, you have FinCEN, you have state money transmission regulators, and you have OFAC. And OFAC is the dark horse, okay? And you know, U.S. sanctions programs have already, I mean, let's just say this. I am personally aware that OFAC is awake on the issue. And OFAC has been contacting blockchain projects about the borderless aspects of its services when things go wrong, okay?
Now, folks, look, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, you know, we've showing all this evidence and Ethereum and how there was a free pass and it's not fair what's going on here. And there's a lot of people that think that nobody's listening and that doesn't mean anything. Well, I'm here to tell you, folks, you're seeing people coming out of the woodwork, and they're Ethereum people too, most importantly. They're coming out of the woodwork wanting to, you've seen Andreessen Horowitz, you saw Matt Corva from Consensus doing a write-up on it. You see Ryan Selkis was freaking out yesterday. He's a maxi, a proof of work maxi, I'd call it. You've seen all kinds of these people who haven't given a crap for 2 or 3 years about regulation because Bitcoin and Ethereum got a free pass. And all of a sudden they seem so concerned. You know why? It's because this stuff that we've been putting out on Ethereum, this has created an environment where they need us all to go away and quit talking about this. And I've said, you give us a level playing field and we do go away, at least I go away. And I think when I go away, a lot of people might go away too, because they're going to be happy with their level playing field too. All we wanted was a fair market, a free market, and a level playing field. And when we have that, I don't want to hurt Bitcoin or Ethereum, never did. But if it takes exposing Ethereum for XRP to have a level playing field, exposing Ethereum is what we will do, okay, and what went on with that. And I will continue until we have a level playing field. So today I continue with this clip. This is actually Marcus Treacher from Ripple's on stage with Joseph Lubin in this clip. Listen up.
About 3 months ago, Bill Hinman, Director of Corporate Finance of the SEC in the U.S., spoke in San Francisco. He said Ether was not a security, but that wasn't the exciting set of remarks. The exciting set of remarks were that the SEC recognized that you could create this network business model. You can, using mechanism design a token that, if properly architected, could incentivize people to share their resources, to inhabit different roles on this network business platform. And if you structure the token properly and if you market it properly, so you don't sell it in enormous quantities to speculators, you sell it to people who are in some way obliged to use it or constrained to use it, then that would be a clean consumer utility token, and the SEC wouldn't consider that a security.
So if you are a girl, if you want to plan on investing several million US dollars with, then you can do that in multiple entities.
Okay, I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that ProCoinNews.com is the official crypto news website of the Digital Asset Investors Hunting / Fishing Club. Boom! Thanks for listening.